had some background music kept playing. I had to get that off. I'm just feeling this on my chest right now. A lot of people go through things in life, and once it's over for them, they can care less what happens to the next person. I went through something in my life for 3.5 years with my wife and my children, saw it, experienced it, felt it, lived it. And people had the nerves and the audacity to call me crazy. What I'm talking about is what the internet calls, and make sure I say this correctly, the internet calls it being a targeted individual. The internet calls it gang stalking. And they say that everyone that's experiencing these things are delusional, a conspiracy theorist. The word conspiracy theory was invented by the CIA. It was a way of misinformation, so that people that were trying to express to the masses what was going on, the masses, which are the sheep, the brainless sheep that follow what people tell them, that they wouldn't listen to them. I'm here to say to you unequivocally that there are systems in place in this government, and I'm not going to blame it from the government. I'll just say the people of this country. And also, I've also heard, because I do a lot of YouTubes about this stuff, that there are people outside of this country that are experiencing this. And I have my own reasons or beliefs of why this stuff is occurring. Mainly because of the Great Awakening. Basically, and to simplify the Great Awakening, it's the time period where human beings are becoming aware of who and what they truly are. Yesterday, there was an incident with a man that rammed his vehicle into the Capitol building. He did some crazy stuff. And right now, the media is dissecting this man that rammed his vehicle into the Capitol. And they're going to go through his Facebook and his Instagram and social media. And they're going to come back to say that the guy was delusional, that he was crazy. But I want to tell you guys something that happened to me before I got gang stalked. I was actually delivering a route in Dallas, Texas for Pepsi. And they blocked all the highways and roads off, and I'm pretty sure you guys remember this. It was a scene of a guy that went off and went shooting all of the police downtown. And he tried to write something in blood when he died. He too was somebody that they said was delusional. Said that he believed the government was out to get him. His story seems similar to the guy that just did the crazy thing of ramming his vehicle into the barricade and killing an officer. I never condone violence or evil. Evil is living in reverse. So anything that has to do with death is evil, because L-I-V-E is live and evil is E-V-I-L. I'm saying this to say this to you guys. If you have friends and family and relatives that are telling you people are following, they're using technology to put thoughts into their minds. If I didn't go through the experience, I might tell you too that, man, that's kind of kooky. And you're only calling it crazy because you don't experience it. I want you to remember this. When the Wright brothers were telling people that they were going to fly, to create something to fly, they were placed in the insane asylum. Go research it yourself. They called them crazy. Those same crazy people are the reason that you fly from DFW to Denver, Colorado. They're the same crazy people that invented flight for the rest of the world to experience. Maybe humanity or people need to stop labeling stuff that they don't understand. My name is Trey Michael, if you don't know me. A lot of people that's on my Facebook page is basically a friend and family page, people who've known me since I've been a baby. You might say I talk a lot, but crazy is not one of the things that you should label me as. But even I, when I was experiencing, was labeled crazy. I remember going with my wife to her grandparents' house, and we tried our best to express to their family what was happening to us. And we also were called crazy. I remember telling my brother I was also called crazy for the same experiences that these people are telling me. I'm saying that this stuff can't continue to go on. And people can't just keep sitting back with their hands folded because it's not happening to you. Because what's going to happen is when people are crying out, you are not there to render help to the people that's crying until they're gone. And then eventually you will be the person that's looking for help. But there's no one else to assist because you were silent while these things were occurring. You were with the masses calling people crazy, delusional, insane. All of these words because it's not an experience that you were experiencing. And I'm saying this because, dude, when you start hearing the stuff that's about to come out, remember, I'm telling you this now before you get all of the facts of what happened in the case. They're going to crawl through his social media, and they're going to try to let you know that this guy was disturbed, same way they tried to say about me. And the truth is, he was going through an experience that he couldn't explain. And sometimes in the process of doing this, you go into the internet or the web, as they call it, the place that gets you trapped in, and you're trying to find an explanation for what occurred. But the truth is, they're using those wordings that are in that social media so that they can label a whole group of people as sadistic and mentally ill. Now, you ask, why am I making this? Trey, your life is good now. You got a business, your wife and kids are happy, you got money, and everything is swell. It's because I refuse to sit back any longer just because it's not occurring to me anymore. To allow other people to experience this, allow other people to be labeled as mentally ill or crazy because they're telling you what's happening. And my experience of why these people are doing this stuff is because they know that the world is waking up. They know that people are no longer drinking the Kool-Aid, which means they can no longer control these people. They can no longer control the masses and tell the puppets what to do and lead the sheep to their pastures as they eat the greener grass. This is just a message to you before you become a victim of the same thing that I experienced. You may want to pay attention and listen to your friends and family when they're telling you about things that you yourself have not experienced. Peace.